Deep breath here, deep breath, guys, right? Let some people get clicked on there. I know I got a lot of followers out there, so I give them a minute to get on there. But I'm breathing heavy this morning. Got a lot on my mind. But that's how you start things. You know, it's funny because I get really nervous doing this. And sometimes we watch people and they make it look easy, right? And your top people will do that. Your top people will make it look easy. You know why? Because they've crafted their skills. They've worked hard on themselves. But let me tell you, it's not easy, just so you know. I mean, you take a deep breath. You know, when you go to work, the first thing you got to take a deep breath. Before you wait on somebody, you got to take a deep breath and make sure you're there. And I'm leading into something, an experience that happened yesterday. But, you know, talked with a client, a friend of mine yesterday, and they really appreciate, you know, what I do and stuff, and they kind of wanted to know what's in it for Scott. I mean, obviously I don't get paid to do this, right? It's passion. That's what it is. It's my passion to want to see people do better. It's my passion to believe that somebody out there, somebody I don't even know, catches some of these and maybe latches on and maybe dives into some personal development to make themselves better. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, there's not enough great leaders anymore. There's a lot of managers out there. You know, it is what it is. But where's our leaders? You know, what is a leader? A leader is somebody that has the ability to get somebody to do something that they normally wouldn't do if they weren't there. Weren't there for the encouragement, to give them the courage to overcome the fear. The fear of those obstacles that get in our way every day. We are faced with obstacles. It's a beautiful thing. Challenges, lots of challenges, right? How do I get to the next level? How do I become better? And truly great leaders want to see people do better. Okay, that's the reality of it. You know, I've said before, when you hire people that are smarter than you are, you only prove you're smarter than they are, because you're surrounding yourself with great quality people so that you can be better. Your company can be better, because with the competition out there, guys, you better be at the top of your game. If you want to be a player, you better be at the top of your game. So, hey, Scott McKeever, just keeping it real, guys. So my experience yesterday, I had a client picking up a travel trailer, and he needed to call his insurance company to give them the lien holder information. I said, you know what, I'll take care of that. Come on, Eddie, let's get you back here. Let's get you going and things of that nature. I'll give them a call. And I call there, and this is a pretty big insurance outfit. I don't name names. It is what it is. I don't name names, okay? But it's real life experiences. And the person on the other end did not make me feel welcome. And I smile whenever I call. Because you got to smile when you talk to people, whether it be texting, emailing, on the phone, especially in person. But you always got to smile, because somehow it translates. I don't know. I don't understand that stuff. But, you know, maybe it's because I was a RV guy, a salesperson, trying to help out my client. So I didn't feel welcome. Not that I'm going to change insurance companies, because I love who I have, but if I was ever going to change, their phone probably would not ring. So here's the deal. Check this out, right? So this is for you frontliners out there. You frontliners, your job is so important, it's incredible. Most of you are underpaid for what you do. Okay? I'm just gonna, that's real, right? Because sometimes companies don't see the value in those frontliners, whether it be the receptionist, whether it be the parts guy that answers the phone, whether it be the service advisor, whether it be in your company, that person who's the first one to interact with these people. You don't know who's on the other end of the phone. That person could be a potential buyer, maybe not today, but down the road. That person could be a potential referral source for you. That person could be a top leader looking to go and work for a great company. Are you with me? And because of the interaction, it could all be lost. What does it cost a company to gain a customer these days? Advertising, all the things they do, social media, everything they do, what does it cost to get one customer? And yet, because of the way the frontline person answers that phone or interacts with them when they come into the store, or uses the wrong words when they're emailing, what does it cost to lose that customer? Okay? So, it is so important. You know, when I was an operations director, it's been a while back, but I used to have, I'd take 3 of my technicians and I'd give them a $50. Jeff, I want you to go to Midas. Tim, I want you to go over here. And he's got, what? I want you to go get your oil changed. Scott, you're crazy. I'm not letting these people touch my car. No, it's okay. Go, I want you to do this. Do this for me. This is an experiment. Okay? So they go and they do it. They come back, and these technicians, when they get back, they pull their vehicle in the shop and they put it up in the air and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, what are you doing? I want to make sure they did it right. I said, so what you're telling me is you have no confidence in the people that you took it to. No, nobody touches my car but me. And I says, and this was in a meeting, and with all the guys in service and parts. So I want them to understand what we were doing here. And I says, how do you think the people feel that pull in the service department each and every day? Especially the ones that maybe never been here before. Maybe it's the ones that just purchased a car from us or an RV from us. How do you think they feel, guys? That's what's important. We have to understand that our feelings, they have the same feelings. Just because we're the expert doesn't mean they have apprehension, stuff like that. You have one technician, Jeff, he comes back and he says, Scott, he says, this guy at Midas, dude, we need to hire him. I says, how come? What happened? And he told me about the experience. Guess what I did? I went and hired him. Now he's one of the best technicians in the territory. His name's Corey. I won't say his last name, maybe he doesn't want me to. But he's one of the best technicians in the territory. I've hired service advisors that way back in my service days. I go out and have a great interaction with somebody. Hey, you like what you're doing? Oh, I love what I'm doing. You ever thought about changing? Well, yeah. So they love what they're doing, but it may not be where they want to be. So anyway, enough of that. Wow. Interaction. Frontline. It's huge. Okay, train your people properly. Lead those people. Make sure they're smiling. Check them throughout the day. See how they're doing. See where their attitude's at. You frontline people that are listening, put a smile on your face when the phone rings. I don't care what happened 5 minutes ago. You got to shake it off. You got to put a smile on your face and pick up that telephone, because that person can feel it. And we just don't know who that person is, right? I got coffee in my mug this morning. Usually it's just empty. But I'm trying to get myself rocking and rolling here. I get jacked up. What do you listen to on the way in to your work, guys? What do you listen to? You know, if you're a country fan, that's great. But find a good country one that's making you dance. Don't worry about the cows that died, right? These songs about the dog got hit by my pickup truck and all that. That's great. But that isn't what you listen to on your way to work. Have the eye of the tiger. Get yourself jacked up. And get out there and get it done. Because that's what it's all about, right? So I'm hoping I'm helping some people out there. I believe I am. I believe it. That's what makes me do it. That's what drives me to do it. Okay? So enough of that. I love you guys. I love you leaders out there. Pick up a book. Yesterday we talked about going to work and changing, so making somebody smile, making them feel good. I hope you accomplished that yesterday. Do it again today. Go look in the mirror. Do you see the person that you want to be, that you want to represent? Are you the person that can be the face of your company? No matter what your job title is, no matter what you do, be the face. All right, guys? Hey, real quick, we talked about this. For my RVers out there, we'll talk real quick about foundations of RVs, and they're not all created equal. A little bit of money sometimes gets you a whole lot more in this industry, okay? The factories, right, they try to cheapen it up. That's what they do. But I don't know how well you can see this. But the cruiser line, MPG Shadow Cruiser Fun Finder, in your frame, underneath your camper, this is your foundation. Your foundation is the backbone to this, right? It's like our legs and our feet. If our upper body gets too heavy, what does it do? It takes its toll on your knees and your feet and things of that nature, right? Okay? So you got to have a strong foundation to support everything that sits on it. Floor joists. We mentioned this a while back. Got a trade-in. One of our guys did. It was a 2017. Don't mention names. But we go walking through it, and oh my God, the floor does this as you walk on it. Laminated floor. Be aware of that terminology. Doesn't mean it's a great floor. I can make it sound great, but doesn't mean it truly is. What's underneath that floor? So your floor joists. There's minimum requirements. Minimum requirements don't cut it, just so you know. That's what gives you that waviness, because they did the minimum. They might have 3 or 4 is all they have. In the cruiser line, you know, they're going to have double, sometimes triple the amount of floor joists in there than others will have. Okay? So they're going to be at least, what do we got here? Okay, so the minimum is 3 per unit. 3 per unit. Can you imagine a 30-foot trailer with 3 floor joists? Come on! There's no support. So as you can see here, this is a 32-footer. Frame is what this is. And they've got 11 floor joists in this thing. Okay? So this is important when you go out. And then, of course, you got your outriggers. That's important. That's what supports it on the outside out there, right? So they extend all the way out. On top of that, with the cruisers, their frames come in already with the mounts for the tanks, for your holding tanks. Did you know that some of the factories out there, they use straps to hold the holding tanks in? I had to go look. We might have a couple of those. I don't know. We just got to make sure they're really strong straps. But with these here, they actually have a frame that they actually sit in. They're not going to fall out. You've probably heard the stories of some of them falling out. But strong foundation is very, very important. I want to make you aware of that. Guys, know what you're buying. That RV sales guy, if you ask him, he probably doesn't even know, because he's not an RV outfitter like myself. You know, and I don't know it all. There's so much I don't know in this industry. It's incredible. And but I try to understand, because these are things that are important. Somebody says, well, why is yours $4,000 more than the one down the road? Well, let's go digging into some stuff. Let's look at some things that how it's built, because that's going to make the difference, okay? So know what you're buying out there. Make sure you do your homework, do your research, and get yourself a good one, and fire it up here today. And, you know, as always, 815-222-5149. I appreciate the feedback and all the things. I appreciate you guys checking in with me. I know sometimes I ramble on, but hey, what are you going to do today? What is your goal today? How many of you went out and found a good book to read? Personal development, right? Start your path. Frontliners, be on it. Put a smile on your face, right? Because you just don't know. And I'm off tomorrow. I got some work to do around the yard and everything, so I won't be seeing you tomorrow, but Thursday morning we'll be back on this thing, and who knows what I'll talk about on Thursday morning. I don't plan any of it. I've thought about trying to plan it, but then things get in the way, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? I do have a plan. I do have a plan, trust me. That's how we get somewhere. We got to have that plan. So, hey, listen, guys, get out there, get the eye of the tiger, get the fire in your eyes, get this thing jacked up. Go make somebody's day. You make somebody's day, you're going to make your day. It's going to make you feel good. That's what it's all about. Love you all. Scott McKeever, just keeping it real. Look forward to talking to you soon. You have a great day now. Thanks.